Charger EV, and the first thing I want to say is that this is a fully electric vehicle that makes engine noises. Take a listen. I am in neutral right now, and I'm going to step on the throttle and rev it. The sweet revs of a digital V8. That's just one of this car's many quirks. I'll show you the rest in a minute, but first, let's go through the basics. Okay, so the basics. The old Dodge Charger and Dodge Challenger are gone. Now, this makes sense, to be totally honest. The Charger was old. It hadn't really been redesigned since 2011, and you could tell and feel when you're driving it, getting it at the tech, it had gotten old. The Challenger was ancient. It hadn't really been redesigned since it came out back in 2008. It was one of the longest running products on the market. It was massively dinosauric. So it made sense that those cars needed to go away and needed to be replaced. A lot of people agreed about that. They were strong sellers, but they were just getting old. So a new one, it made sense. The drawback with the new one is the major changes they made. Instead of just redesigning it, it was a totally new thing. One major change was combining the Challenger and the Charger into one model. Before, the Challenger was the two-door, the coupe, and the Charger was the sedan. Well, now, this is a Charger, even though it's a two-door, and there will be a four-door version of this coming, also called the Charger. The Challenger is gone. Essentially, this is the Challenger replacement, but it's now called the Charger Coupe, I guess. This is a surprise to me. This is the change that I understand the least. People like the cars being separate. I'm not sure why they combined them. Of course, the other major change was the switch to EV. The Challenger and Charger in the past were known for their massive, giant, loud, powerful gas engines. That's what people loved about these cars. Now you got a new one, and it's fully electric, and it's a total shock to the system, no pun intended. So, let's talk about what this is. All-wheel drive is standard in all of the new Charger models, and this one comes in two versions. There's an RT, that's the base model, and then there's this, which is the Scat Pack with more performance. And performance certainly isn't lacking. This car has good power. Right now, the base level Charger EV RT has 500 horsepower. This, the Scat Pack version, has 670 horsepower. Those are big figures, although it's worth pointing out they're slightly inflated. Early models of the new Charger EV come standard with the direct connection upgrade stage 2 package, which boosts power. That'll become an option later, and so base level power will fall to 455 in the RT and 590 in the Scat Pack, although those are still pretty healthy numbers. And the performance figures show it. The RT model does 0 to 60 in the high 4-second range. This, the Scat Pack, does 0 to 60 in 3.5. That's quick. And the EV range figures are okay too. The base level RT model does about 310 miles of range, while the more powerful Scat Pack does about 240 miles. So what are the problems? Well, size for one. This car weighs around 5,800 pounds, which is about 1,500 pounds more than the outgoing Challenger Hellcat. That is a massive increase. Going electric and all-wheel drive doesn't come lightly, let's just say. And it's not just weight, it's also length. This car is about 206 inches long, which means it's almost a foot longer than the outgoing Challenger, and it's about 6 inches longer than the old Charger, and those weren't exactly small cars before. And then we have the challenges with pricing. The entry-level RT model starts around $61,500. This version, the Scat Pack, starts around $74,000.